Hey, bless up, fam. So I've been out here working. It's still summertime. I can definitely tell. We've been getting a lot of rain, and the yard is coming along. I keep thinking I'm in the neighborhood, the yard. The homestead is coming along, the landscaping, all of that is working. I just want to kind of walk you through and share with a few things that we got growing on. And it is transitioning to fall. As the weather gets a little bit cooler, it's still hot, man. It's still sweltering hot here. I'm not expecting no real coolness to happen to maybe around October. But right now, I'm capitalizing on transplanting some grass. I'm going to show you, I don't know if you remember maybe like a year or so ago, off and on, especially during the fall, I take plugs of grass, mainly from the secret garden, because I planted a lot of grass seed throughout the property. I tried different types of grass seeds, Bahalia, Bermuda, Centipede. I really didn't want to do St. Augustine, so I really didn't do St. Augustine. I love St. Augustine grass, but in this area, it can be very challenging. It's a lot of pests. Out here, it's a lot of grubs. There's a lot of different things that will attack it, and it's too much maintenance. I want something that's going to be very easy to keep. My favorite grass in zone 8B, 9A, or what have you, anything, I would say probably 8A all the way down, all the way up to what, 10A or something like that. I think a centipede is a grass that I simply love. It doesn't grow tall. It chokes out all the weeds. As long as you maintain it, as long as you keep it, it can be very pest resistant and very resilient. And I don't have to maintain and keep it a lot. So I'm trying to infect this homestead with a bunch of centipede in my grassy areas. And I want to take you along and show you different spots where I've been just kind of plugging it. I did do seeds. Some of the seeds are manifesting. A lot of them get washed away because I try to plant just before the rain to help me with the watering, because it's a massive amount of area and I still don't have my infrastructure as far as a lot of my plumbing all over distributed throughout the property. In due time, hopefully I'll get some of those projects done. But I want to show you some of that, and then I also want to show you some other things that I got going on. Trying to clean up the garden, get the garden prepped, got some ideas to maintain the garden. I want to do more raised beds. Gigi like growing in ground. I might do a little hybrid of growing in ground, but I'm going to mainly do raised beds. Raised beds to me are just so much easier to maintain and to keep, and you don't have to fight as much with the weeds if you take care of them properly. So come on, let me show you what's going on the homestead. All I do is just dig enough to put it in here. I do plugs probably about big as my hand, a little bit bigger, and I just cover it up, wait for it. This week we should be getting some rain. And look how that centipede is growing. Centipede is growing all up through here because I've been just plugging it. I've just been plugging it. That centipede right there. I've just been putting it in. Look how it's spreading all up through here. I'm loving it. I mean, this whole area is gonna be a nice grassy knoll. It's gonna be a good little tranquil spot going onto the property. Here we got a bunch of centipede spreading. Centipede is definitely taking all the way over. I'm loving the way it's spreading out. And so imagine we're gonna have big bushy palmetto palm. Gonna go there. As you can see, Shaka got another find in the woods. So he's trying to show it off a little bit. But this is gonna be a grassy knoll just right here. We have a flowering tree right there. It's like gonna be like a pink type flower in the spring. Got some more palm trees there. We got some other fig tree, citrus tree sitting there. So as you just kind of come in, it's gonna welcome you in this nice little grassy knoll. I can't wait till it fills up. And I'm looking at patience. It takes time. You're looking at probably about for this to really fill in real good, maybe about 3 years or so. So I mean, It's a marathon. I could sod it, but if I had to sod this whole entire area, man, it would cost me an arm and a leg. I'm gonna be patient. I'm gonna keep taking care of it year after year. Let it grow on in, let it take over. Like I said, I have this grass that I knew would pop up fast, multiple blend of grasses that will pop up fast, and I want to see which ones would be successful. But the centipede will slowly choke out a lot of these grasses, and then I just have a carpet, just a carpet of grass coming all the way across here. So right here we got a little grassy area, and got Bermuda, a blending of grass, just because I didn't want it to just be dried up. But I'm really starting to plug in more and more centipede. And let me show you the centipede. So these are some plugs that I've done with centipede. Centipede loves to run. It's running. It's coming all throughout this area. See, centipede is coming up through this area. And it's doing what I wanted to do. This area here, centipede right here. Got Behalia in there too. I'm not a fan of Behalia, crabgrass, and a bunch of other grasses. The centipede is definitely spreading. I'm seeing its presence. And my successful centipede has been in the secret garden, and I've been just taking plugs for where I planted those by seed, and it's spreading out all along this area, because this area didn't have any centipede. But centipede, it likes to spread. You see these trails here? They'll go throughout and just find different ways to sprawl out. So I'm loving that. It's covering up all this whole area right here. It's moving rather quickly. Like I said, this area was planted from seed. My video years ago, maybe 2 years now. So we got a nice, good grassy knoll. What I do to kind of thin out some of the weeds and different things in the beds. But I really don't have, quote, beds. I want everything to just get big and gigantic and let them maintain themselves. But I take pieces out from right there and all along right there so it can expand. The liriape just get big, and hibiscus, canna lily, and the bananas just kind of expand. And I want everything to kind of just be natural and just wild. I don't want like a manicured lawn. I want it more of a natural setting. The butterflies are loving. Look at the butterflies. They're just simply loving these flowers here. Lantana. Lantana is so hardy in its zone. I love lantana. It constantly pushes out blooms. It attracts pollinators, attracts butterflies, and a lot of other things. So really love lantana. I incorporate it, especially in zone 8B or, you know, any type of tropical, subtropical zone. I love lantana. So yeah, I just been taking sprigs and pieces. As you can see, I took that. It's gonna cover it up. I take that, and I've just been depositing it throughout the landscaping. You know, right here, I've been struggling a little bit with grass right there. That Kentucky bluegrass, as well as a mixture of Bermuda. It's growing. Bermuda is already starting to turn that brown color. Centipede stays green pretty much year round. It does, once it get cold, it will get a brown color too as well, but it got to be a real cold temperature for it to get it. But mainly it stays pretty much in a green state. As you can see, centipede is growing all up through there very nicely. And I got a little bit more where I'm trying to grow in this area right here. So I put some plugs over here too as well. I want you to see how beautiful the centipede is really growing. See, this centipede is spreading along here. A lot of it has washed out from the yard and washed all the way down, and now it's along the pathway, the walking trails. This is actually one of my service roads that I have throughout the property. But look, it's blanketed with centipede. That centipede is awesome. It's so beautiful. It's lush, but it's so easily maintained and kept. And over time, it will be all the way carpeted all the way down through to lead us down throughout the property along the trails. Very easy to maintain. It grows low to the ground. It's a creeper, it's a crawler. It's nice and dense. And like I said, it's so easy to maintain. And it's my favorite grass, hands down, with my area that I live in. My ultimate grass that I really like, I love the carpet grass as well as I like the St. Augustine. But it's St. Augustine, like I said, I've had it over the years, and it's so like delicate in so many ways. And to me, I've had more maintenance that I would have to do than this resilient grass here. The Centipede is just cut and dry, just simple and easy to maintain. Another thing that I've been working on is getting the garden back on track. So these are one of our gardens, and like I said, I plant throughout the property, herbs, vegetables, everything. The heat got to me, I had to take a break, but working on getting this all cleared out and cleaned up. And once I get all of this all cleared out and cleaned up, I'll be ready to start putting some things together. The goal is to have this like a nice cleaned up little area, and to have a garden where this is one of those gardens where we're going to have it aesthetically pleasing as well as functional too at the same time. I let the summer take over, and now I'm fixing to come back because things are going to slow down with growth, and I'm going to do a lot of work to get everything back in shape. And more to come. Y'all stay tuned on that too as well. Bought me a couple of starts. Went to the store and I got some mustard greens. Gigi like mustards. I don't care for mustards. Celery. Got me some celery. Have to have that. And some collard greens, of course. So I'm gonna put these in some raised beds, and we're gonna definitely start working on getting these going and getting these growing, especially with the weather changing like it is. It's gonna be perfect timing for that. Another thing that I did, I took some of the banana trees and divided up some of my bananas. I placed some banana trees alongside here, so over a period of time you'll see like nice banana trees, and that's the viewpoint coming from the back of the home. And when you look out there, you'll see some just nice tropical type look too as well.